Hello everyone, and welcome to Storytime again. How are we today, Oscar? Are we good? You're very good. Nice. Say hello to everybody. Hello. Have you chosen today's story? You have. What is it about? Oh, Brave Bitsy and the Bear. Good story. Shall we sit down and have a listen then? Okay, let you sit down there then, and we'll see all about the story. Good choice, Oscar. Brave Bitsy and the Bear. Let's begin. Oh. Little Bitsy fell out of her girl's pocket in the woods one autumn afternoon. Thump! Help! Help! She cried. But nobody heard her. Can you see her? Nobody heard her. Oh dear. Bitsy looked around. The trees were so tall, the woods were so quiet, and I'm lost and all alone, she trembled. But I must try to find my way back home. So she set off, singing a brave song. Bitsy had not gone far when she heard what's she gonna hear? A growl. A big brown bear stepped out from the trees. Bitsy hid behind her ears. Oh, wow. Are you lost, little one? Said the bear gently. Yes, said Bitsy. I have to find my house. It has a blue door. Well, I was on my way to my cave, said the bear. It's time for my long winter's nap. But climb onto my back and I'll take you home first. Oh, that's really kind, isn't it? They began to tramp through the woods. But soon Bear yawned. Oh, dear, I'm so tired. But don't let me rest or I will fall asleep. And I shan't wake up until spring. So Bitsy sang him one of her most happy songs. When Bear's eyelids grew heavy, Bitsy sang a marching song and drummed with her heels to keep him awake. When Bear sat down for a snooze, Bitsy gave a loud ta-rum-ta-dum-ta-dum, ta-rum-ta-dum-ta-dum, until he was awake. At last Bitsy saw her house with the blue door. Thank you for bringing me home, she said. Bear smiled sleepily. Yes, goodbye, my friend, good night. And he shuffled wearily back into the woods to find his cave. So he very kindly brought Bitsy home, but he's very, very tired now because he should be asleep really, shouldn't he? That night, Bitsy sat on the windowsill thinking of her friend. Did Bear reach his cave or did he fall asleep on the way? There was no one to sing and keep him awake, she thought. And outside, snow began to fall, thick and fast. By morning, icicles hung on the window. If Bear has fallen asleep on the way to his cave, he will freeze under the snow, thought Bitsy. I must try to find him. So taking a ball of wool from the knitting basket, she lifted the latch and climbed out onto the window. Then she tied the end of the wool to the garden gate and set off singing a very hopeful song. Here's the string. Hopefully this will lead her back home. Bitsy searched every snowflake, but she couldn't find Bear. On and on she went until the wood came to an end. Till the wool came to an end. She tied it to the loose thread of her jumper and carried on. Bear, are you there? She asked. Bear, are you there? But there was no answer. Her jumper got shorter and shorter, and at last it unravelled completely. Tired and shivering with cold, Bitsy could go no further. Just then she heard a loud Why could she not go any further? Why could she not go any further? That's because she'd used all of her wool and she'd get lost in the woods, wouldn't she? And she heard a loud snore. Snore. And there was Bear, fast asleep with his head in his paws. Bitsy shook him. Wake up, she cried, and sang with all her heart. But Bear didn't wake up. He'll freeze unless I help him, she thought. So she brushed the snow from Bear's coat and tugged some brackens across his back. But the wind blew it off, and fresh snowflakes began to fall. Bitsy hugged Bear's neck, but she had no way to keep him warm. Then suddenly Bitsy heard a rustling and scratching out of the trees, and out popped the creatures of the wood. We heard you singing, little rabbit, they said. We're Bear's friends too, and we can help him tonight. The beaver built a shelter of wood. The foxes fetched bracken, and the squirrels brought moss for a blanket. Wow, so they're all helping, aren't they? Let me see. Ooh, turn the page. Soon Bear was warm again, all nice and cosy for the winter. Goodbye, my friend. Good night, said Betsy. Then she followed the wool all the way home and climbed back into her girl's cosy bed, and she drifted off to sleep. Bitsy thought of Bear under his mossy blanket in the snow and hoped he would keep warm all winter long while he went to sleep. On the first morning of spring, Bitsy ran to find Bear singing her sunniest waking song. Hello, little one, said Bear. Why, somebody made me such a cosy bed. That was the best winter sleep I have ever had. Bitsy hugged him tight and smiled happily to herself, and in the woods all around, Bear's friends smiled too. Aww, wasn't that a good story? So Bear at first helped Bitsy get home because that was a really kind thing for Bear to do, and then Bitsy was really worried about Bear, and she went over and made sure that he was safe for the winter, didn't he? So that was really, really good. And because we're all inside, sometimes there are some people that need our help. So it's really important, if somebody needs your help that's close to you, that lives near your house, then maybe you can help them with your mummy and daddy if there's anything that they need. Or maybe you could just phone. Maybe phone your grandparents just to check that they're okay and everything is fine and they don't need any help. That would be a really nice thing to do. Or the other thing you could do is you could write them a letter or send them a picture that might cheer them up where we're all safely tucked away in our homes at the moment. That would be a really nice thing to do as well, wouldn't it? Because it's always good to look after each other. Did you enjoy that then, Oscar? That was a really good choice of book today. What do you think, Oscar? Was it good? Oh, you did enjoy it. I'm pleased you enjoyed it. It was your choice. Because I look after you and you look after me, don't we? Yeah, it's really important to look after each other. Well, goodbye then, everybody.